WCBS 880.
Rumor has it that today is Amazon Prime Day. Let the shopping begin. We're joined now by retail analyst Burt Flickinger. Burt, Budd Muskin here at WCBS. Thanks as always for a few minutes of your time. Amazon Prime Day, first of all, the numbers before we get to the psychological aspect of it. What are the expected numbers this year?
Bud, Amazon Prime Day will generate about $14 billion in sales, split equally between today and tomorrow. And it's one of the 5 biggest sales days of the year and represent about 6.5% of Amazon's total quarterly sales this quarter.
Has this thing become something much more that even its creators could have dreamed of when it first started?
Much more, Bud, because to your point, Amazon's setting records. The sales will be up 10% this year as it was last year, but also the competitive activity in terms of the consumer frenzy it catalyzes. So Walmart, big discounts last week. Target big discounts too to get ahead of Amazon. So it's 100 different retailers competing with Amazon, and everyone's increasing sales because it's such a connected consumer event. And it preempts back to school next month and preempts some holiday sales shopping as well.
You've been at this for a while, analyzing the retail industry, and that's putting it mildly. Is there some part of this that most of us who know about Amazon Prime Day, a psychological aspect to the industry that maybe people who are not analyzing the industry don't understand?
There's a psychological aspect, Bud, especially coming out of COVID and the dock strikes and the supply shortages. So the key thing is for whether it's Amazon or Walmart or Target, it's getting the Apple items at deeply discounted prices, tablets, watches, etc. And it's fear of missing out. So if we don't get it today, it might not be in stock for back to school, might not be in stock for year-end holidays, or if it is in stock, it might not be as deeply discounted. So there's a rush for retail spending today and tomorrow. And the U.S. Department of Commerce, Bud, released today that online sales are the only major sector of retail that's increasing close to 10% year over year, 8.9%, where the rest of retail is really struggling with the exception of grocery retail, which is only up 0.1%.
We've long known about the importance of the holidays to the retail industry, and we start talking about it almost at the, back to school in September. Does the retail industry now look at this, Amazon Prime Day, and the ripple effects as akin to the holidays during the summer?
But very prescient point you're raising, and yes, that it is akin to holiday savings and promotional spending. And in terms of net sales and net operating profits, very important. So to your point, back to school sales estimated to be about $38 billion this year, is reported by you and your CBS team yesterday. Amazon Prime being $14 billion, is a huge percentage today and tomorrow. That $14 billion is a huge percentage of the $38 billion that'll be spent on back to school next month in August. So critically important. And the other thing that's interesting, Bud, is that Alibaba, Amazon's biggest competitor worldwide, is increasing its sales 25% each year for Singles Day. And Alibaba generated about $38 billion last year in Singles Day, November 11th and 12th. So Amazon, as strong as it is, the Alibaba sales in the People's Republic of China and worldwide is about 250% bigger than what Amazon will do.
Is there another psychological aspect to this, that being there's a pressure to spend today and maybe a pressure on people who don't have the money to spend?
Very important point, Bud. You're raising that 65% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. They feel pressure to spend for gift giving or back to school where they don't have the money to spend. And with revolving credit card debt, unpaid interest balances each month approaching up to 29%, and $1.4 trillion in consumer debt, There's pressure to spend. Shoppers often succumb to the psychological pressure and purchase things that they can't pay for. So in addition to generating record retail sales, it'll also generate record retail returns.
It's a fascinating subject. There's the micro story of an individual buying one or two things that he or she wants, and then the macro effect on a national and a global level of Amazon Prime Day. Retail analyst Burt Flickinger. Burt, pleasure as always.
Always appreciate it, Bud, and keep up your great award-winning work.
WCBS News Time, 2:48. That's time for